Even in some of your darkest moments, when you make mistakes, you have got to stick around for the two things that the mistake is made for. Every failure is made for. Every misstep is made for. It is made for a lesson and a blessing. Them two things follow every single one of them every single time. God don't send down rain without a return. When he send down rain, flowers grow. You young people are the brightest generation to come along in my lifetime. If I don't invest in you, if I don't see you two and be able to see something in you and invest, I'm doing a discredit to the future of us, especially people of color. It is important, man, that we take the time out to recognize the young people who are gifted and willing to put in the work. But then I gotta give credit to you two too, because as smart as you are as this younger generation, please don't discredit old people, because old people have something, man. Old people paid to get to a spot that you're trying to get to. See, you gotta remember something about old. Old is the goal. So while you sitting up there and the people may not be as tech savvy as you, they still have something to bring to the table. And I think that joining together with young forces and then putting the old head in the mix, I mean, look, this is not just cause of me. You know, this is a collective effort of you and your team. Well, here's what happens. Because of Instagram now and social media, you see these highlight reels of each other, and you see a person showing their best bag, their best shoe, their best pose, and it's usually on their best filter. I wish the younger generation would pick up is the work ethic that actually has to happen. See, the key to being successful is planting. You've got to plant. Now, when you plant seeds, young people, you can't expect a harvest in 30 days. The harvest don't come in 30 days. You got to plant your seed, and sometimes the harvest don't come for years. Everything is not instant. So here's what I do. I get a row and I drop seeds in the ground. Then I go back and I cover them up with dirt, because the dirt, you need the dirt. Then once I cover it up, I dig another row and I plant some more seeds. I got about 10 rows planted. I look back at the first row and it's starting to sprout. Some stuff starting to come out the ground. I don't go back to that first row and just start eating, because it ain't really bearing no fruit right now. You can't eat the stalks and the leaves. You gotta wait till it bears fruit. In the meantime, you got to keep planting. Now, you're gonna look up in about 5 years, you're gonna look back and something you planted 5 years ago gonna have a lot of fruit on it. Then you can go back and start partaking of that fruit. But the reason you gotta keep planting is because sometimes you're gonna get rained out. Sometimes it's gonna be a drought. Sometimes, man, the pesticides / haters is gonna do what they do to your planted crops. Now, you got to mentally be prepared for that. But the planting process can never stop. If I could tell anybody anything, keep planting seeds and never stop planting, because you have no idea when God gonna drop all the necessary rain and you look up and everything you need is right there. Because I learned a long time ago from a minister. He said, stay on the wall. When they throwing rocks at you, stay on the wall. If you come down off the wall to address haters and small people, see they eye level with you now. Now they can throw the rocks and they hurt. But if you just stay on the wall, what can they do? And you gotta understand some young people about haters. Haters are not decision makers, power brokers, or shakers and movers. They have no determining factor on your life, where you headed, or what God planned for you. Stop giving haters power. Don't even talk to their ass. All God's plans for you, his purpose, if you just open up yourself to him, he gonna make all of them come true. But if you stop and keep addressing haters, you will never be open to your purpose and your mission in life. So my directive is to stay on the wall. When they attack me for whatever, I stay on the wall. Because they do it all the time, man. Especially people I thought I was cool with, other celebrities. You know, they got little stuff to say, but then I look at their career and they have time to say little stuff. Man, let me tell you something, man. One time I was finna respond to something on the blog. Tyler Perry called me and said, hey, man, what you getting ready to do? I said, I'm going on CNN with Anderson Cooper, and I'm gonna straighten this whole thing out in them blogs. He said, no, you're not. He said, you know why? He said, listen to me, Steve. When they talk about you as a blog, if you open your mouth, it's a press conference. You got to know who you are. So I say to all people out there, know who you are and know where God taking you. Get up on the wall and stay there. Trees get bigger. You got to understand what the rain and the dirt is for. People get so angry when people start throwing dirt on you. Man, quit tripping. Dirt is fertilizer. If you ever want to be something, you're gonna have to get some dirt on you. Because that dirt that smothers you, it teaches you how to push through. You ain't finna have no smooth life. You can get that out your mind. It ain't finna be rosy for you. Nobody finna just come up to you and hand you no damn money. But here, you feel like being a millionaire here. You gotta strike out to be successful. And when you strike out, you got to get ready for it to get real funky and real hard, because that's what's gonna happen. That's why it ain't for everybody. But that's why all these people sitting in here are so valuable. You've invested in learning some traits. And I could tell you a lot of stuff, but there is nothing more important than to master the mental aspect of success. I don't give a damn what degree you got. Degrees don't make money. People make money. The more you're grateful for, the more God will give you to be grateful for. Instead of complaining about what's going on, man, I got to go to work today. Man, I got these kids. Remember when you wanted a job? Remember when you wanted a baby? You know what I learned? You can't cry about what's on your plate when your whole goal was to eat. The moment you start showing God more gratitude, he'll give you more stuff. What he do is, he not gonna keep giving you stuff if what you got you can't handle already. You kill more blessings by not being grateful. That's the number one blessing blocker, lack of gratitude. Stop feeling guilty, man. Guilt serves no purpose except for the person that's trying to make you feel guilty, and that's all to manipulate you so they can get what they want. I've lost all my guilt. You can think what you want to think about me. I don't give a damn. I'm not guilty about nothing. Why am I guilty? Because your ass is poor. But you know, man, that's the other thing I learned. You know, when God tells you to do something, you got to do it. See, the how-to ain't really your business. And that's what really messes a lot of people up. You get something in your imagination or something you start dreaming about, and then you start figuring out the how-to. Well, I got news for you. The how-to ain't none of your business. The how-to is up to God. You got to be willing to do the work and put in the faith. See, that's really all it is. I know a lot of people got educations broke as hell, so I've already figured it out. It ain't your education. As a matter of fact, education ain't even in the Bible. They ain't never mentioned Emory in the Bible. They got no scriptures about Harvey, Yale. It's not, Morehouse ain't even in the Bible. As much as you like it to be, it's not in there. But you know what's in there though? Dreams, visions. A man without a dream or a vision shall perish. It don't say a man without education will perish. So quit worrying about if you don't have the education, if you don't have all the credentials. You need the vision and you got to be ready to work. And look, man, when God puts something in your imagination, when he put it in your heart, you got to go for it.